Hey Libra, how are y'all? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Mercury and Jupiter, because we get money in there. Libra, this is a December reading. If y'all saw my Taurus video, I had my facts about the charging bull in Bowling Green in New York. Sorry, I got a little notification. But to start with Libra, and this is going to be love, money, and luck, both existing situation, brand new love, money, and just general luck and other things y'all are attracting in December. But yeah, I was, we're already getting some stuff coming out. We have your card here, Libra, so I'll keep these. I was talking about the bull in the other video, but I was thinking about Legally Blonde because Libra and Taurus are both the Venus-ruled signs, and I'm reading on a Friday. That's why I wanted to do this reading now, and this is one of the first readings on my new phone. Had to represent Venus to do her readings on the new phone first, and I recorded like 3 or 4 readings, I think 3 readings, and the sound wasn't on. But I was thinking about Legally Blonde and the fact that it's a very Venusian representation of Libra, which is justice, which we have this. And I looked it up, and Legally Blonde, I was like, there's Libra energy somewhere here. And Legally Blonde came out in July of 2001, but the author, I think her name's Amanda Brown, her birthday's in October. She's a Libra, raised by lawyers. She went to Stanford, so it made so much sense. But our Libras, something's imbalanced with the existing situation that you have. Something is a bit imbalanced, and you're not sticking up for yourself, possibly with a fire sign. There's not kind of the Hierophant in reverse, that lack of commitment is bothering you, even though the D is fire, but there's something's rushing in energetically for the Libras here with the existing love situation that, this is like, okay, I took the final punch or stab or whatever, but in the reverse, it falls out because everything ultimately is okay. So yes, the D is fire for the Libra. If it's fire, it's fire. But we have coming in that sort of message that ultimately everything's fine. And acupuncture for some of y'all too, don't forget. Alternative medicines may be able to help, I'm hearing, in this situation or any other. But yeah, things feel imbalanced. Things are feeling super imbalanced because of that lack of commitment and because you don't stick up for yourself enough. You go a long time without doing it, and then it's this big explosion. But as you kind of transfer more into this energy, there's going to be a rush here. A rush and a message too with the communication card, the 10 of Swords, but it's reversed. So those swords are falling out. So whatever's been kind of picking at you and destroying maybe your self-esteem or destroying just your sanity with the situation, wondering, okay, why is this person not committing to me to the level I would like? And why do the scales remain imbalanced? And Libras are all about balancing those scales. So the scales are about to become balanced. Something's rushing in to tell you everything's okay. Let's get a couple more cards. Libra for the current love situation. Clear. King of Cups. There's an emotional immaturity here. That's why. The person you love is not committing to you because they're emotionally immature. And you, because of the passion in the relationship, you feel that's keeping you there, but you're not sticking up for yourself. Emotional immaturity. And it doesn't mean that they'll never be more mature, but this kind of emotional, and the feelings may well be there, but they're emotionally immature, and that's just not something that's necessarily fixable. They could have some water placements as well. What else do we have for Libra in the current love situation? Then we'll move on to Libra's in new love. Ten of Swords again reversed. You know, I have to say for the Libras, it comes down to, yes, this person may be emotionally immature, because now this is twice. So this is your energy, Libra. All the sword energy there, the air energy there for the swords. The communication is, it's coming. But you have to decide for yourself, are you willing to just take a shut up? Are you going to stand up for yourself and say it's not good enough? Or are you going to just let them kind of shut you up? Because whatever the level of commitment is that you could be wanting, very well, it may be coming, but you have to ask yourself, are they doing it to shut you up? Because these are not, that's not really light energy cards. These are, you know, like this person went through a lot. So it's like, yes, those are going to fall away. There's that healing there, but because of their emotional immaturity, they're doing it to shut you up. You know, that commitment coming in is like, you know, it's the... It can be a shut up ring. It can be a lot of things. It can be a lot of things, but don't let someone only commit to you out of emotional immaturity, because it might not suffice at the end of the day for what you want, okay? Can we have one card to close out the current love situation, then we'll move to the new love people. Okay, we have so many more of these. Yeah. There's that feeling of being trapped, but also they're not planning to do anything. They're not necessarily putting the effort in. Deep history. Honestly, you may feel trapped just because of the sunk cost fallacy. So that's a real thing. You might feel trapped because you've been with them for a minute. Also could be Aries energy here, but it could just be you don't want to start anew with someone else, but they're just not like planning to the extent that you would hope. You're feeling trapped in that sunk cost fallacy, and they, you know, it's that nostalgia. It's not always nostalgia in the good way, but either way the scales are balancing, so you got to decide. And, you know, don't be afraid, Libra. Stick up for yourself in this situation. Turn that down. Get what you want. Get what you need and deserve. So, you know it's coming, and you can always transmute anything that you get, any kind of commitment you get, into something else. But just keep in mind, when someone's emotionally immature, it may not mean the same things to you as it does to them. But still, if you're going to take it, negotiate that, take it. Because life is our kind of game show, board game, all that good stuff. What's new love? Okay. Love situation. Even new love. New love's getting a little bit trickier for Libras in new love. Why, Spirit? We're going into maybe not even trickier, but just a little more turbulence, a little more static for even new situations coming in. Maybe you meet someone through like something that starts as like an altercation while you're out doing that holiday shopping in the next month, and it turns. See, kind of a choice. Make sure you're open to let someone in, because you might not be letting new love in for those of you that want it. But I also sense like, oh, I had an altercation with someone. I had the choice to make it into an argument, or I could make it into, now I transmuted something that was this turbulence and changed it, used my choice, actively used your ability to choose to turn it into something hotter or sweeter. Sometimes people who really want to go around arguing just want a piece. They just want a piece of it, honey. They want to eat the cake up. They want to, you know, so for somebody, I don't know, and Libra's a cardinal sign, so even though it's air, there's a fire element to the air, and they're, you know, they're the justice. So, new love people, someone you get in an argument with, even at like a toy store. I don't know why I'm getting that. It's a Hallmark movie scenario, and the Six of Pentacles popped up. So it's like, yes, when you're gift shopping, when you're gift shopping. Wow. Take him out. Something to do with gifts. Y'all are going to meet someone out. Meet someone at the mall. Okay, come on, where the money is being spent. And the same thing popped out. Some of y'all might have Taurus placements because the same thing popped out. But where y'all are spending the most money, you might find new love in this holiday season. And remember, what you give, you get. So the more love you're going to give through gifts, through being good to people, you're going to get that right on back. But this also could be weddings. Weddings, y'all. If you're going to a wedding, you might meet a new person, very new significant love at somebody's wedding. So take that into account too. Ooh, what a fun reading. Either you're shopping or you're going to a wedding. It's kind of your dream, kind of the dream life, right? I'm just shopping and bopping. Get into a little like, ooh, I was there first argument, and then you meet some hottie. Or you're at a wedding and someone's like, oh, how do you know so-and-so? And then it's, getting it on, whatever. New love card, Page of Cups. But that's reversed. There's a... What else was reversed? This too, the Six of Swords. There's a hesitance to let new love in, despite it's coming up in all these places. So don't be afraid to be open. It's because you're still not over this situation. Ooh, I'm sitting on my foot and she's asleep. Ooh. Lordy, that's better. Yeah, someone wants to come in, earth sign, but they're being kind of blocked by your energy. Don't assume, don't bring the old situation into the new. Transmute. There's a very, very passionate person coming in, earth sign or fire sign. This could also be someone that maybe you'll have a baby with. But you have that Empress energy, you're drawing them in. Don't keep the past. Don't keep this from letting you find new love. Okay? We all want to pout. We all want to get out our little violin. But sometimes it's like, do you want to be happy or do you want to be right? Do you want to show the universe that, oh my God, I'm the biggest victim and here's the million reasons why? Or do you want to show the universe, oh, I have a million blessings and here's the reason why? Same energy comes from the same thing. So, can it? Can it? Can it? I got so deep into it, y'all. Y'all hear me though, you know? Just let it in. Let the new love in. Because it could be something special. And keep in mind, at someone's wedding, at a special event, the mall, y'all, you're going to meet someone new. Could be. There's also Gemini energy here. Could be many, many, many things. Fire sign. But, yeah, let it in, y'all. You got it. I know Libras have a difficult time choosing, but you must choose, and you got to open your arms to that which you want to flow in. Let's go to money now. What do we have money for our Libras? Y'all know I always used to do a little Vegas shuffle. These really get specific, y'all, but I think it's best to just do a real... It's best to do a real read, you know? Fun stuff comes out. Sometimes what we need to hear comes out, but you know, what's money for our Libras? Okay, you might be returning, someone might need to return something to you, or you're returning something, but repayment of a debt. And this card is about this. I mean, normally it's like I don't want to say a soldier, but y'all know he has a little thing on his back. He's tiptoeing away with his swords. But part of it is like the resourcefulness of, because there's swords around, I'm taking these to make metal. So some of y'all are getting in that resourcefulness. So repayment of a debt for some, but others of y'all are tapping into a type of resourcefulness that you never have before. Some of y'all, it's going to be literally investing in metals. And some of y'all, it's just like you've never You've never tapped into e-commerce before. You've never tapped into a subscription model-based business before. Something that is going to earn you money, that's resources you've never used before. Because with this, straight up, it's like, okay, this is not your first rodeo. You know you're taking more. But this upside down is, oh, I've never gotten income or cash flow from this type of thing before, and now I'm tapping into that. Glass on. I like the Seven of Swords though, and that golden sky. So much of the colors in tarot means so many different things. We have numerology, astrology, and alchemy, and just color theory. So many amazing things that are just on every tarot card to read. But what else do we have for money for the Libra? Okay. Emotional fulfillment through, this was also a part of the Taurus reading. Y'all are really gonna, your hearts are gonna be tied to this new way of earning money. This new way of using your resources. This new way, turn that upside down, y'all. This new way of just earning income is very, very close to your heart and close to your purpose. And I think that's just where we're moving collectively as a society, because so many jobs are being weeded out. And it's a natural progression of things, but your heart is in this. Your emotional fulfillment is going to lead to your cash flow. The two are tied now. Maybe that's just a Venus thing. We'll have to check where she's at, but it was in the Taurus reading too. Just the cash flow is tied to the emotional well-being. So the better you feel, the more you feel that you're fulfilling your purpose, the more money that you're going to make. Hands down. What else do we have for money for the Libra? What else do we have for money coming in? Clarify money coming in. Oh my goodness. Is that everything? Maybe there's not another one. Okay. Okay. There's something you could let go of to let this in. It literally goes down to, like, you see how this hand's open? You can't receive with a closed fist. And this card is a closed fist kind of energy. I'm not looking at it for myself. It's that closed fist kind of energy. Something financially maybe you can't leave behind. A habit or something. Because you're leaving it behind for this. I think it's so interesting to get all emotion cards. This could be like someone with a water sign too, affecting you financially. Maybe someone with a water sign gifts you some kind of, you know, a love gift of money. Someone who's a water sign comes into some money and they just give you some. But energetically, whatever this kind of emotional block is, could just be whatever your old money story is that's stopping you from having the kind of relationship with money that you want. So it's very important during this time to get rid of your old money story, because you have these fabulous, abundant fulfillment cards coming in. And that's all through your resourcefulness, okay? So make sure you allow that in. Same with the new love. When our arms are closed, when that hand's closed, we can't allow new things in. And this is kind of the ultimate Libra card, because it's that of choice. But they're bound sometimes by their inability to choose, or that kind of blindness that comes with being too close up to something to make what would be a correct or more logical maybe choice. What else do we have for the Libra? What's coming in during December? But that's great. Really, really lovely gifts coming in for the Libra. Lovely monetary gifts. And just your soul's purpose tied to your earnings. Even the financial miracles. Maybe even if you've prayed for money, that's coming in for the Libra. So very good, Libra. Very good, honest reading. What's coming in? What else is in Libra's energy in terms of luck? What other stuff do we have coming in? See? More money. Luck. Maybe you win some kind of prize, or of course this can be an engagement card too. I know it didn't necessarily pop up in the love portion for existing. It was a new love, but this is also a possibility of an engagement within the month of December. And you know that fits, y'all, because we were talking about, oh, this kind of commitment that's coming in due to, you know, kind of soothing everything, and that kind of emotional immaturity that may drive it. But still, and then there's this one where, okay, maybe you're at an event and someone proposes to someone else and you meet somebody. And that still roots back to love, but could just be good old-fashioned. You win a prize, some kind of sweepstakes while you're out shopping, or just something's given to you. Something is being given to you, though. And you probably know what this is. For some of y'all, someone's going to win something electronic with Miss Laptop. But the High Priestess, psychically, you know this thing's giving up to you. So say, if this is a proposal, you know the proposal's coming. But if it's something else, you might have even your dreams recently. Listen to your dreams. I just had a pretty psychic dream recently. So y'all, you got to pay attention to your dreams. We have one more card for the Taurus. Or the Libra, sorry, y'all. For the Libra, for what's coming in, what's in their energy, what's manifesting. Something's revealed. Something's going to kind of come to light with the Moon card and with the Hanged Man. It's like you used to always see something this way, but in the reverse, it's almost like a 180. Like what you knew all along to be revealed, it'll come to light, Libra. You're using that intuition. Same thing with the High Priestess here. And for some, it will literally just be like, oh, this is the surprise. You won the sweepstakes. You have a proposal. You have a gift that you knew you were going to get, you know, because December, it's a gifting month anyway. But for some others of y'all, it'll just be, oh my God, those psychic downloads or something you suspected all along. Something even maybe to do with music. But that's what I have for you today, Libra. That's your month of December. Good stuff. Remember to stand your ground. Stick up for yourself. But you're going to see you'll have new opportunities at the shopping and at the wedding and all that good stuff. And your finances are tied now. Tied to your purpose. Good money gift coming in. Good financial fulfillment with your money. And a new surprise to be revealed. Good December. See you next time, Libra. Bye, pretty.